Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my injection? Chopped liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really.
Well now, where were we? The witness was given us an entertaining interlude. But back to business.
What? Very well, witness, continue testimony. You saw the crime, and you apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of our testimony.
Most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to the side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my early testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Also, shut down your weapons and lower your shields.
We are the Borg. Resistance is futile.
I'm Angel Star. Resistance is futile. You're quite determined about the scarf, aren't you?
Technology will be assimilated into our collective.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one too.
Yeah.
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. Although for some reason, I don't know why I just don't say snake, just say one of the two. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor, first of all. A cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get beaten. No thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
Bitch, stop. You're supposed to be helping me, not ridiculing me. I get enough of that from Edgeworth and the bloody defendants. Witnesses. This chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, that one. A leopard woman. Wow. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. It's been a long recording session.
Yeah.
So where's this partition on the floor plans?
Ah, I'm sure she means this wall next to the car.
That's right. There was a wall there about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
What did you do then?
Say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. Yeah.
Because there's a gate there.
Well, there's a fence, a chain link fence. I like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The lunch lane car was... Oh. She said visitor, thus she was... Oh, that's you.
That's you? Oh, no. She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block.
So you witnessed the murder from here. That will make it about 30 feet from the car, yes? Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there's a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing. The Kava Queen Lunch Lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have got to my sister that fast.
Yeah, but that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Wait, there's a truck parked. Hang on. Oh, fuck! Wrong one! Yeah, overruled, yeah. Court record. There was a truck parked in front of this car.
Yeah, obviously on that day though, the truck was parked down there.
Ah, yeah, I suppose so. But, well, hang on. If they closed off if they had to close off the car park for...
Yeah, but they closed off that one side. Doesn't mean they closed off B.
They would have had to close off B because the fence is only 9 feet high. It's not fully up to the roof, so it's not completely blocked off.
Yeah, but there's a 9-foot fence there. They can't get to the crime scene or anything.
We just have Angels just say that she climbed over the fence.
I imagine she probably didn't, but...
They would have had to close it off. Anyway. Damn it. I just want to... Explain to Wright. You mentioned the muffler. Oh, she mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remember correctly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word.
So you heard... What you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... Yeah, we're gonna ask her on this one. By phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order, and so she used her cell phone.
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please the rookie defense attorney. The word muffler was overheard during a phone call made to Emma at that time.
But Emma said she didn't hear anything.
She claims. Okay. Saw it all how she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I was only going to say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hanged up her phone. And you saw her doing this.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Oh, that explains it.
What?
Why the phone call only lasted a couple seconds.
Yeah.
What you saw. Try to use the cell phone. Okay, press this to see what happens. She made it escape. Can you be more specific? She pressed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a drop of lard on a pate of food dress. Huh?
Pourquoi?
Oh, whatever. She even kicked over an oil drum at me.
Pourquoi?
Pourquoi? An oil drum. There was an oil drum lying on its side at the crime scene, but wait a second, that's on the other side of the wall. She was on the side with the phone, and on the other side there were the oil drums.
Yeah, but didn't she say she kicked it over when she was running to the petition?
She kicked it over when she got apprehended the first time.
No, I don't know. But it's strange.
Hmm? What's that?
She wanted to escape. Why didn't she run the other way?
The other... Ah! The parking lot entrance.
That's right. Doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the petition to the oil drums.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Excellent. More mysteries.
I wish I could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Guy tried to run.
I'm sorry, my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me.
Okay. So we got after the murder. Quickly caught her. After that, I arrested her. She went to muffler. Saw it all. She tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. Do you have anything? So she left the car, she went over to the telephone. Slide. Oh! Okay. She was here. When I answered the phone.
Why was Edgeworth's car even parked there?
Because he's a prosecutor.
Yeah, but he... See that thing next to his car up above? That's a car elevator. You normally put your car in that and it lifts it up, so there's heaps of room in the garage.
Yes.
Why wouldn't his car have been in there? Is what I'm saying.
No idea.
Anyway. So what do we...
I don't know.
I imagine it's supposed to be something to do with the oil drum, but...
I would say that. How she tried the phone on the wall, but instead had to use her
Why
cell
if we have a parking ticket? Surely we've got to use the parking stop for something.
Well, I'm guessing he would have had to...
Wait, do we know what time she made the call on the phone?
It was 18 past.
So 12 So it all happened in...
And the murder happened... Well, it doesn't say here, but... Oh. Here we go. Because the death assessment after was caused by 4.5-inch blade, single stack rules ahead. Oh! I think I know.
What?
Okay.
Oh, she couldn't have seen him using the phone.
Yes.
Okay.
Because she was over here.
So what do we present then?
We present this.
Oh.
Because the wall, she wouldn't have known the phone was there because she's not allowed in A because she's parked in B.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Miss Sa, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lina Sky.
The witness is a former detective. The testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? Who would have... You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, This is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess it with me and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Sky make that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Ah! Order. What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. Grr.
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me to make a question. That is exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied. It will be what she saw.
Yeah. What she saw, where she saw it, the order of events. Well, she can't mistake where she saw it. She can't mistake the order of events. So yes.
But no, well. Maybe it's what she saw. Well, yeah, what she saw, because she couldn't see behind the partition. She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Sky use the emergency phone. It does seem hard to imagine how she could have, very logical. What's the matter with Star? Cat got your lunchbox?
Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would Miss Star lie like that?
Huh?
Why would she say that my sister had tried to use the phone but failed? Doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant?
Oh, dang, she's right.
I mean, maybe she really did see her try to use the emergency phone. I see no room for doubt here.
You ordered the patooey on the rice, right? Mr. Wright, and I thought you had something there.
What? What? I see it in your eyes, you haven't learnt your lesson, have you? What?
Wait a minute. One of her boyfriends is a security guard. The room is up there. So she can technically see what's behind the partition.
Oh yeah, okay.
So she knows the phone's back there. Now whether or not... So she knows there's a phone back there, but the issue is whether or not she knew it was being used.
Yeah. Tell us exactly what lie the witness has told him for.
Okay, the witness lied about...
Where she saw it? Well, she would have to be where she saw it, because she would have had to have been up in the security room to see it. Wouldn't she?
Maybe it was the order a little.
I don't think it was the order, I think it was where she saw it.
She said the drums got kicked over. Like, she apprehended what's her face, and then...
Yeah, but for that drum to be kicked over...
She would have to gone back.
She would have had to... She would have been running away from her, coming from where the security office is, right? Wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's where she saw it, right? I think.
We'll try order because we got enough to be wrong. So...
Okay.
She lied about the order of the events. This guy used that emergency phone before the murder. I see, I haven't thought about that. That took the win out of her sails.
I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, But why would anyone use the emergency phone before the murder?
Mostly to see if it was working.
Yeah.
Huh?
You think he can't sink any lower? He amazes us. I applaud you, Mr. A.
You want to speak up louder? You ordered the orange peel lunchbox, right? Why would you have an orange peel on it?
I don't know.
I guess that teaches me to not get excited before the evidence. Okay, one more try.
I see it in your eyes. You haven't learned your
It's the same thing.
Yep. Okay, well you told me to read the same thing other times, so I'm just reading it.
Yeah. Well, not it. Well, I didn't. Anyway. Where she saw it. Yeah, it has to be where she saw it. Besides, tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about the fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie, I see. But, say the witness did actually see Miss Sky use the emergency phone. It will mean Miss Sky witnessed the crime from a different location yet, so she was in the security office.
Different location?
Wait.
What?
Then how did she get a photo?
Oh, who? There's probably security cameras in there. And it's probably from her boyfriend.
No, she said she got the photo from one of her bento boxes.
Oh, I don't know, maybe she had a bento box set up somewhere.
Oh, God.
Who knows?
Anyway.
I said that already.
Oh.
Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one.
Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was this witness when she saw the crime? Well, the testimony we heard up until now points in one direction. The place where she saw it was...
It's gotta be the security room.
Yeah, it has to be the security room. I was surprised that makes sense, because if the door next to the phone comes from the security room, she could have came out.
Yes.
This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard's room.
The security guard room is in the underground parking lot, is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot.
So she would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are so many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecution's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in the testimony you said you bought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard's room. Well, Miss Star? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could have turned. Today a man's got the better of Angel Star. Order, order. Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective, you should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Oh, Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station.
Yeah.
It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defender who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands.
It still stands, I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Miss Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What could have changed?
Ah, she couldn't have seen the crime because the partition was in the way of Edgeworth's car.
No, it would be the distance to the crime.
I don't know, that security guard office would still be about 30 feet.
Yeah, but the partition is 6 feet tall. But it will probably be distance because she says she claims to see. She said she can see the crime was about 30 feet away.
Crime, distance of the crime, the lighting? Because the partition would be creating a shadow, wouldn't it?
It wouldn't be lighting. I'm thinking it's distance because.
Okay,
well, no, because it's distance.
See what happens.
No, it's distance because she would have to. As soon as she saw the crime, she would have had to run down to get to where she was. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the crime scene and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it will take her to reach the scene of the crime. Yeah. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Starr? Well, witness? Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of our lunches has gone from low to inedible. I'll bring a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass wall station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Oh. Well, okay, that explains the photo. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes considerably. But it was that woman over there that's in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this?